it's Tuesday, and that means I'm thinking about things and I want to share them with you. So here we go. Today I want to talk to you about something that may be what put us in transition to start with, because it often does, and that is the idea of an unmet expectation. If it didn't put us there, it certainly can complicate our experience in transition. Unmet expectations really do affect us. Transitions are primarily things that occur in our head and our heart. They have to do with our thoughts and our feelings. And unmet expectations tampers with both of those. The proverb says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. That certainly does describe the feeling when we've been disappointed or we feel let down by an organization, a leader, or a friend. Now, the first thing we have to do is address the issue of an expectation by saying, was it realistic? Did I have a realistic expectation at all? Was that person or organization even capable of fulfilling what I was expecting them to do? Or should they? Is it their responsibility? So it may be an improper expectation. The other is, did I communicate it? Or did I just assume that they knew I expected this from them? Now, that's where we get into trouble. Unrealistic and uncommunicated expectations. These affect relationships universally, all across the scale, whether it be from a spouse, a friend, a leader, or an organization. So it's important for us to evaluate that and look at this. We're feeling disappointed, we're feeling let down, but let's be honest with ourselves and let's evaluate our thought processes. Is this a legitimate expectation? Is this something that I should have expected from someone? I have every reason to expect. If so, then I need to process the fact that I may have to work through some forgiveness and letting go of some things. If I decide it was not a proper expectation, then I have to own it for myself. I don't need to hold that person or organization responsible. They had nothing to do with it. I had an expectation that wasn't the correct one to have for them. So I have to let them out of it, and then I need to own it and accept responsibility for it and learn from this process. Why did I want them to do this? Why did I expect them to do this? And where did that thought process came from that told me they should be able to meet this expectation? So I can learn from it. I can grow and move forward. I also have to address the feelings that are involved. I have to take that disappointment feeling, that sick feeling, and I got to be honest about it, especially if this was an improper or uncommunicated or unrealistic expectation. That's on me. I need to now hold those feelings up into the light of truth and hold them in front of reality and say, this is a false feeling because it's not based on what really happened. I'm experiencing this letdown, but I need to adjust because it's not based on reality. I need to hold my feelings accountable to what is true. It's also important that I stop staring at the disappointment and living in the emotion of it, because I need to move forward. I need to get on down the road here, as I do in any transitional season. So I want to encourage you, deal with your head, deal with your heart. Don't stay stuck in the midst of an emotion. Process it, own it, and then move on. That's what's got to happen in this situation. Going forward, make sure that when you have an expectation that it's realistic and that you communicate it clearly. And if you learn to do that, well, then you've begun to thrive in your transition.